Good morning, children. Let us continue with the class now. So let us say about Odisha. Odisha, Puri is an important coastal city. So Puri, it's a place. It's an important coastal city. Why do you call it as coastal city? Because there is sea in this place. So it is called as a coastal city. It houses the famous Jagannath temple and the Konark temple. So there are two different temples here. That is the Jagannath temple and the Konark temple. The Rath Yatra, where elaborate idols of deities are paraded on chariots throughout the city, attracts thousands of tourists. So what happens? The Ratha Yatra, you can see normally in all big temples there will be Ratha Yatra. So in Ratha Yatra what happens? These idols of deities. Deities means what? The god which is there in that particular temple. That small idol will be there. Whatever is there in the Garbhagudi, what you call now, that will be a big idol. But outside the same idol, small one will be there. Small. So that what they do? They keep it. Now you would have seen this during Dasara, Mysore Dasara. What they do? They keep that Chamundi idol, isn't it? On the elephant. In a mandapa they keep it and they just take it for procession. No? That is what it is called as Ratha Yatra. So that is procession, Meravanige. The same thing, the Ratha Yatra, where elaborate idols of deities are paraded on chariots. Chariots means what? Ratha. In Kannada you say Ratha, that is only chariot. Okay? Chariots throughout the city. What do? They keep the small statue of that particular god on the chariot and the Ratha. So they keep on the chariot and then what they do? They go for a procession throughout the city. Which is the city here? Puri. Understood? So the Ratha Yatra, where elaborate idols of deities are paraded on chariots throughout the city, attracts thousands of tourists. So to see that what happens? People from different places go there to see this procession. Even for Mysore you can see during Mysore Dasara time what happens? Many people, even the foreign countries also people come here to see that procession, isn't it? And that procession will be with so many tableaus and other important culture and importance of our Karnataka state. Everything will be depicted there, isn't it? So that will be something special for the foreigners and other state people. So everybody visit to Mysore, isn't it? The same way, here also what happens to see this Ratha Yatra, many people come from different places, so we call them as tourists. In addition, the Chilika Lake, so there is one lake called Chilika Lake, the largest saltwater lake in India, is located in Odisha. So what happened? There is one lake called Chilika Lake. Normally lake and rivers will have sweet water. Sweet water means salt content will be very less in the river and lake water. But here this Chilika Lake is having, the largest saltwater lake. So it is consisting of salt water. Sea water is salty, saline, isn't it? The same way, here Chilika Lake is also having salt water. Lake in India is located in Odisha. So for that also people come to see that. The Chilika Lake is home to the rare Irrawaddy dolphins and a bird sanctuary. So what is there in this Chilika Lake? It's a big lake. Though it is saltwater, it is a big lake. So what happened? They are providing shelter for two things. One is Irrawaddy dolphins. You have seen dolphins in the pictures and all you can see, isn't it? How nicely they jump and they play with balls and all that. That training will be given. So like that you can see these dolphins here, Irrawaddy dolphins, and a bird sanctuary is present where in Chilika Lake. Did you understand? So it is a place of tourism. Now let us see about Andhra Pradesh. So Visakhapatnam, also known as Vizag, see the short form of Visakhapatnam is Vizag. Vizag is an important port city of Andhra Pradesh. What is this port city? Means where there is presence of harbour. What is harbour? The place where the ships come and land and move, isn't it? That is called as harbour. So it is one of the important, Visakhapatnam is one of the important port city of Andhra Pradesh. The city is known for heavy industries. So many industries are there like steel plants. It has got steel plants and has the oldest shipyard in India. I already told you, harbour means the place where the ships come and land, isn't it? So you can see the oldest shipyard is in Visakhapatnam. Understood? Besides, the Godavari and the Krishna form deltas in the coastal region of Andhra Pradesh where the cultivation of rice is done. So there is a delta join the sea. That place is called as the delta. So there are two rivers here, that is Godavari and Krishna. What do they form? They form the deltas in the coastal region of Andhra Pradesh. So what do they do? Because that water is there, isn't it? So when there is river water supply, what happens? Definitely they will be growing food crops. So which is the food crop grown here? It is rice. Understood? Because of the presence of deltas, they have grown. The cultivation of rice is done there in this place. You have read about Andhra Pradesh in the previous chapter. Okay. Now let us see about Tamil Nadu. So Tamil Nadu covers a major portion of the Coromandel coast. In Tamil Nadu, which is the important coast there, we call it as Coromandel coast. What do you mean by coast? The place where sea is situated, we call it as a coast. Understood? So Tamil Nadu covers a major portion of the Coromandel coast. Chennai is the capital. So what is the capital of Tamil Nadu? It is Chennai. Earlier it was called as Madras, now it is called as Chennai. The Marina Beach in Chennai is the longest beach in India and the second longest in the world. So there is a beach called Marina Beach. Very famous beach. It is many tourists visit there. Okay. So the Marina Beach in Chennai is the longest beach. In India it is the longest beach and in the whole world it is the second longest beach. Did you understand? In India longest is Marina Beach. In the world it is the second longest beach. So the Marina Beach in Chennai is the longest beach in India and the second longest in the world. The Kaveri river forms its delta in Tamil Nadu. So here what is the Kaveri water? So you know when Mrs. Jayalalitha was the chief minister of Tamil Nadu, what happened? There was a big issue of this Kaveri water. No? So she wanted more water from the Karnataka to be supplied to Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu, there was a big problems that time, isn't it? Now it is all solved down. So let us see now. See, the Kaveri river forms its delta in Tamil Nadu. So it is going and joining the seabed in Tamil Nadu, making the region fertile for growing crops such as rice, sugarcane, etc. So what is happening here? I told you already, river water, if it is present, then the cultivation of crops will grow because the fertility of the land will be more that time. Okay. So here also what happens? The Kaveri water is going and is forming a delta there in Tamil Nadu. So what happened? There is cultivation of crops like rice, sugarcane, etc. The southernmost tip of the Indian mainland, Kanyakumari. So you would have heard of famous Kanyakumari, no? Where this Swami Vivekananda had meditated, isn't it? So Vivekananda rock is also there in that Kanyakumari. So if you have seen that, it's a very beautiful place and there is a very big such a Tiruvallur poet. All this, it's very famous, it is very nice place and especially people go there to see the sunset. Sunset is very beautiful sunset there in Kanyakumari. It's very famous. So for that also people move there. Okay, the southernmost tip of the Indian mainland, Kanyakumari, is located in Tamil Nadu. The Vivekananda Rock Memorial at Kanyakumari is a major tourist attraction. So he had sat there for meditation. So the Vivekananda Rock Memorial at Kanyakumari is a major tourist attraction. So like this, you see different tourist places in India. Next you see life on the islands. So we will see about the Lakshadweep Islands. Lakshadweep Islands is a union territory lying in the Arabian Sea. To the west what you see the Arabian Sea, isn't it? So what is there? There is an island called Lakshadweep. So surrounded by water. Island means surrounded by water. So here Lakshadweep Island is a union territory lying in the Arabian Sea. The capital city is Kavaratti. So capital city of Lakshadweep is Kavaratti. Lakshadweep is of 39 islands of origin. So how many islands are there? There are about 39 islands originating from Lakshadweep Island. Malayalam is commonly spoken here. So which is a common language there? It is Malayalam. Fishing and tourism are important industries. So because it's an island, isn't it? That means water is surrounding it. So definitely what will be there? Fishing will be there. So fishing and tourism. Why people go there? Normally everybody will enjoy water spots, isn't it? So people go visit there because it's an island, they can enjoy there. All greeneries also will be there. So for that purpose you can see fishing as well as tourism. Both are the very important industries which provides more economy to the state there. Okay. So coconuts are cultivated on large scale. So which is the crop there? Coconut. Why? Water is more available there. So you can see coconut as a main crop. Coral reefs and beaches of Lakshadweep Islands attract many tourists all around the year. Coral reefs. So what are these coral reefs? Coral reefs means which is found under the sea. So that is called as coral reefs. And beaches of Lakshadweep Islands attract many tourists all around the year. So children, you can see this is the ocean floor. Can you see the ocean floor here? This is the ocean floor. And what happens at the bottom under sea, you can see so many different types of animals there. Okay, so like that what happens this type, there will be coral reef. This is called as coral reef, like hawala, what you call them. So those things are present on the sea bed. Okay, so this is what we call as the coral reef. So you see these coral reefs here in the Lakshadweep Islands. That is one of the attractions for people to visit as tourists. Now coming to Andaman and Nicobar Islands. So you can see here, this union territory, this Andaman and Nicobar Island is also a union territory, is an archipelago of 572 islands. How many are there? 572 islands are there, located in the Bay of Bengal. Bay of Bengal is to the east side. So the capital of this territory is Port Blair. So Andaman Nicobar Island, what is the capital city? It is called as Port Blair. Of the 572 islands, only 34 are permanently inhabited. So out of 572, only 34 islands people are living. In others, people are not living. It is not suitable for them to live. Only in 34 islands, people are inhabited, means people are living there. The Andamans are separated from the Nicobar group by the 10-degree channel. So Andamans and Nicobar, but it is separately. It is separated just by 10-degree channel. Fishing and tourism are the main industries. So which is the main industry here? To get the economy of the state, it is fishing and tourism are the main industries. Although crops such as rice, coconut and rubber are also grown here. So what are the different crops other than fishing tourism? The crops are rice, coconut and rubber. The southernmost tip of the country of India, Indira Point. So there is one special point called the Indira Point, is a part of this group of islands. That is a place where you can see all these 34 groups of islands, especially at Indira Point. The infamous cellular jail, also known as the Kala Pani, was used by the Britishers in the colonial period to exile political prisoners and freedom fighters. So what happened is Britishers, they had made one prison there, Britishers, and that name is called as Kala Pani. See, it is an infamous cellular jail where in Andaman Nicobar Islands, so it is called as Kala Pani. And what the Britishers used to do, so if anybody politically, if they have got any issues, and then the freedom fighters, because they wanted to rule our India, isn't it? Britishers wanted to rule India. So if anybody was against British, that time what they used to do, those people, those who were against British were put into this jail called the Kala Pani. So the people like political prisoners and freedom fighters were put into this prison. Barren island means wherein you are not able to grow the crops, that is barren. So barren island, the only confirmed active volcano in South Asia, is also a part of the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. So barren island, that's the name, is confirmed active volcano. Volcano means always what happens, the hot lava will be coming out from the earth's crust. Okay, so their life cannot exist. So that is normally seen where in barren island. So confirmed active volcano in South Asia is also a part of the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. So these are all the things you have to just go through the book once again and you can clear the doubts. Okay, let me stop it here now. We'll continue in the next class. Thank you.